What it is, guys, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you with another Dokkan Battle video. Now today, I want to discuss something that was a really hot topic last night on the stream, and that is, what is the next banner? Especially if you're free to play, what is the next banner you should hit? Now, I've heard a lot of people saying that they were going to wait for Kale and Caulifla. I'm going to explain why I think that's a horrible idea. The next Dual Dokkan Fest, that aside from 300 mil, because we know 300 mil is going to be coming down the pike really, really soon. In fact, right now, it seems like Dragon Ball Heroes is going to be the only gap between 4th anniversary and 300 mil downloads. So 300 mil downloads is going to be a Dual Dokkan Fest. It's going to be a transferring Gohan in a transfer cell that goes through all its transformations. We kind of already know that. That's information that's been out there for like a while now. So we're not overly worried about that. That, I think, is kind of self-explanatory. I think we're going to get enough free-to-play stones in that. Plus, you know, there's going to be the ticket banner. What's on the ticket banner? Who knows? But hopefully some hype stuff. Now, aside from 300 mil and all that, what are the banners you should be paying most attention to? And we're going to discuss that tonight. And I'm going to explain why I think Dragon Ball Heroes is the next banner you want to pay attention to. Save some stones. Mark my words. Save some stones. Okay? This, I believe, is an underrated banner, in my personal opinion. And for one very, very, very good reason. Let's get on here and look at the number of featured cards, okay? There's 7 featured cards, which is a good number of featured cards, not too crazy. The rate is 7%. Normally it's 5. It is 7% featured rate. And if we go down here and look at the unfeatured cards, the normal cards, there are 11 SSRs, and they're all Dragon Ball Heroes. You have a really stellar chance. If you drop a ton of stones in this banner, you have a really stellar chance of rainbowing, or at least getting close to, like, getting a ton of dupes for one of these units, okay? You actually have a better chance of pulling a featured card than you do one of these cards. That's kind of good, because, well, we'll talk about that here in a moment. I'm going to discuss that part at the end. So, when it comes to all of this, basically what are we looking at here? Well, let's look first of all at Xeno Goku, okay? Xeno Goku, he's a super physical type. Let me pull up his translations over here. Goku family category, key plus 3, HP attack and defense, 90%. Notice he doesn't have a Dokkan, but those are all stats prior to Dokkan. Check this out. No Dokkan Awakening, mind you. Super attack, raises attack and causes supreme damage to the enemy. Attack and defense 77% at the start of a turn. So supreme damage at 77% is not that bad. Here's the best part. Goku family category allies, key plus 2 HP attack and defense, 30%. Now, whether or not he's going to get a Dokkan down the road, we really don't know. But to already be key to 30% means he's already a really good support unit for your Goku family units. Vegeta is much the same way. He is a super int type. Vegeta family category key plus 3 HP attack and defense 90%. His super attack, let me just make sure I have the right information here. His super attack raises defense, causes supreme damage, attack and defense 77%, and Vegeta family allies key plus 2 attack and defense 30%. Notice it's not just attack, it's attack and defense 30% for both of them. These two guys are really, really, really good supports. Pay close attention. We just got the main leaders for the Goku and Vegeta family. If you have the LRs, I assure you want them. I still don't have LR Vegeta, but that doesn't mean I'm giving up on him. So, pay attention. No Dokkan Awakenings for these guys. So you get them, their stats are what they are. Now, that's not all. So those two are really, really good support units. Then, if we go over here, Silas. Silas is just an interesting bag in and of itself. He does have transformation mechanic. Basically, prior to transformation, what he does is you get all types, key plus 3, HP attack and defense 70%, does immense damage, which is not something you're going to see very often in Heroes, unfortunately. It's one of the downsides to them, but greatly lowers defense. Scheme to create a new era. Attack and defense plus 100%, which is awesome. Pay attention. Immense damage, 100%. This is after Dokkan Awakening, though, mind you. when performing a super attack, which you're always going to do anyway. Artificial life forms categories, key +1 attack, 20%. Time travelers category, key +1 attack, 20%. Fusel conditions are met, which is after 5 turns. After 5 turns, he turns into this dude right here. Okay. Basically merges with Alms. All types. Category key +2, HP attack and defense 70%, nothing changes there. Super attack. Okay. Causes immense damage to the enemy, massively lowers defense, cripples your opponent. Key +3 HP, or I'm sorry, net HP. Key +3 attack and defense 60% at the start of a turn, plus an additional 120 when performing a super attack. Old boy gets 100, a little more than 180 because it's conditional. That when performing a super attack is conditional, so that attacks on later on. It's closer to like 220 or something like that. I have to do the math on it, but it's pretty crazy. Like, this dude will hit like an absolute truck. Mark my words. Once again, 7% rate to pull him. And I do believe the banner is actually going to be guaranteed featured. I don't know, that's not confirmed yet. I believe that's the way it was at JP. Don't quote me on that. But I'd be shocked, utterly shocked, for the first release of Heroes on Global if this isn't a guaranteed featured banner. Hopefully, and I talked about this in the previous video, hopefully they don't shove all the Heroes units on there. Hopefully the other ones stay unfeatured. But we'll see. Okay? Next. Now, he's awesome. He's absolutely awesome. This unit, not so much. Great Saiyaman 3, the best part about him, really, if I'm honest, he causes immense damage, which is good. Raises superclass allies' attack by 25% after he Dokkans. Okay, this is the pre-Dokkan form. He does Dokkan Awaken. Attack and defense 17% and a chance to perform a critical hit times 3% per time traveler's category ally on the team. So he's got to be in a time traveler's category to work at all. Questionable unit there. Defense 30% within the same turn after receiving an attack. Counters with tremendous power upon receiving normal attacks. So he takes normal attack. He doesn't seem to shrug it off. He just has that extra defense. You know, we've got other units that have like insane defense against that. He doesn't quite shrug it off. He takes the attack and counters. So he's basically like your free-to-play whiskey bitch. But still, you know, not a bad unit. I think easily the one that I can say on this team is the most passable of them all. Super Saiyan 3 Trunks. And again, I'm just going to talk about the featured units for now, then we'll talk about the unfeatured here in a moment. Super Saiyan 3 Trunks. This is fun. Okay? After he Dokkan Awakens, supreme damage to the enemy, raises defense by 30% for 9 turns. If you remember anything about those, I believe when we have that, it stacks. So that could be like a triple stack. That could get nuts after the 3rd turn. Attack and defense 100%, disables enemies' guard, and a high chance to guard all attacks. He's a spectacular unit. Don't sleep on this dude. Okay? Next up is my girl, Darkness Toa. What it is, girl. She does have a Dokkan Awakening. Let's just appreciate the card art for a moment. Moving on. AGL type, key +3, HP attack and defense 80%. That's even after Dokkan Awakening, so I don't think you're going to use her as a sub-lead, if I'm honest. Extreme class allies, key +3, HP attack and defense 30%. Here's the kicker. If you drop below 30% health, extreme class allies, attack and defense 50%. I think it said HP on the first one. It's just attack and defense 30%. Extreme class allies, attack and defense 50%. And recovers 100% of HP when you drop below 30% once. This girl will make no items SBR, I mean, laughably simple, if it wasn't already on that team. Laughably simple. Okay? The final featured unit on this team is Super Saiyan 3 Gohan. Okay? He does get a Dokkan Awakening, as you can see here. After Dokkan Awakening, int type key +3. Notice it's not conditional. These are just straight up types. All int type key +3. HP attack and defense 80%. Once again, not the best. Supreme damage to the enemy and raises attack for 9 turns again. Attack and defense 100%, plus an additional attack and defense 60% when performing a super attack. I'll repeat that. Attack and defense 100% plus an additional attack and defense 60% when performing a super attack. Need I say more, guys? This banner is worth hitting. Do not sleep on this banner. Now, that's only the featured cards. Let's go down here and talk about the unfeatured units, because there's 11 unfeatured units. And, hey, we got my girl, the Supreme Kai of Thickness. The two Super Saiyan 3s, Xeno Vegeta and Xeno Goku. That's Xeno Goku, that's Xeno Vegeta. I had it backwards. Both of them do immense damage. They're both good hitters. Okay? Everyone else pretty much does Supreme. No, I take that back. I think the two Mass Saiyans. I think Mass Vegeta and Mass King Vegeta, I believe they both do immense as well. I mean, you got good units here, guys. And your odds of pulling them are pretty much 100%. Need I say more? This banner is completely worth hitting. Completely worth hitting. Okay? Let's compare this to the other banners that we've got coming up. Now, a lot of people were hyped for the Trunks and the Zamasu banner. Okay? But let's talk about this here. Because if I'm honest with myself, these banners are good. Good. Okay? Once again, you got 7 featured SSRs, but the only 3 that I think worth a damn on here are the Tech Trunks, of course, AGL. I would love to pull some dupes of him. He's so good, and Physical Gohan. I think that's everything else. Something like I don't know about you guys. Like, he's great. He's amazing. Don't discount him. But me personally, I'm kind of done with him. He's amazing. He's great. Not as good as him, but good still. But I kind of don't use them ever. I tend to use the other ones, if I'm honest. So, you know, it's kind of a mixed bag for me. Plus, let's think about it this way. We have a dual Dokkan vest right now, okay? We're going to have heroes, and then best we know it, we're going to have 300 mil. 300 mil might be a little off there. We'll talk about that in a moment. But I don't think they're going to jump from dual Dokkan Fest to a little break to dual Dokkan Fest immediately to another dual Dokkan Fest. I see this being later on in the fall, if not maybe closer to like November, December time. I gotta be real. I just gotta be real. I don't see this dropping any earlier than maybe beginning of November, maybe, or extremely late October. I just don't see it happening. Zamasu's exactly the same way. They were dual Dokkan. AGL Zamasu ain't bad. Physical Broly's awesome, but I gotta be real. I only use him in the tournament. I never use him outside of that. Though he is an absolute beast. You can't discount him. He's awesome. But if you have the LR, he's the newer LR, the tech one, he's better in most circumstances, though they are different units entirely. Just follow me here. Yeah. Int Black's fantastic, but I just never use him. I just don't have that many teams that he works on. Now, with Time Traveler's getting a major boost, I will use him a lot more after that. But, you know, that's a thing. Okay? I just finished him. He's been done forever. And these two desperately need easy A's. So, I wouldn't be mad about... I mean, I have mine rainbowed. I rainbowed mine last night on stream. So, for me, he's not hype. For you, he might actually be hype. But again, I don't expect to see this anytime soon. Okay? I think the next one that everyone's been talking about is Kale and Caulifla. The Kale and Caulifla LR banner. Everything... Be carefully word this. The information we have says everything should be translated. Everything's chilling there. This wouldn't be the first time they've had everything translated and just left it sit. If I'm going to speculate, and I'm going to guess, we're either going to get Kale and Caulifla... Well, okay, I'll be real. Kale and Caulifla will probably follow 300 mil. Kale and Caulifla, I'm going to speculate, will be immediately after 300 mil, or shortly thereafter. That's my guesstimate on that one. Okay? If you guys aren't familiar with how 300 mil is going to work, we've talked about it a lot, but we're going to get dual Dokkan Fest of transforming Gohan and transforming Cell. So, transforming Cell going through all of his phases, transforming Gohan and going to Super Saiyan 2. I think I mentioned that before, but I just want to cover it one more time. So, it's going to be a really good banner. We don't know what all is going to be on the banner yet, because it's joint between Global and JP. So just be aware that that's happening. I expect some hype stuff on there. Probably a lot of villains on the Cell side. I don't know what heroes they're going to put on the other side. Probably Hybrid Saiyans. Probably another chance to get strength. It'd probably be mostly Hybrid Saiyans if I'm honest. So just be aware of that. That's another thing to consider, because if it is mostly Hybrid Saiyans, we will probably get another chance at the physical future Gohan. Maybe. I think probably Strength Gohan more often than not, but we might see Fizz Gohan. And if Fizz Gohan's on there, that's definitely going to push that other banner way the hell back. Okay? So this I expect after 300 mil. But I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm going to be deadly honest with you. Your odds of pulling Kale and Caulifla are extraordinarily slim. You'll pull a ton of this one, a ton of that one, a slew of her, so many of here you won't be able to see straight. You'll pull a lot of Bra. Your odds of pulling them are extremely slim. Plus, every featured card on this banner is unfeatured. There is no card on this banner that you can't pull on any other banner. Now, I gotta go back and I gotta correct myself here. Because while I say that, this is what I was waiting to talk about. While I'm trying to sell you on Dragon Ball Heroes, remember, each and every one of these cards, after this banner goes away, is going unfeatured. So if you do go hard on this banner, do bear in mind your odds of pulling dupes on them later on are extremely good. That said, it's about as often as we pull Fusions cards now. It's a deep pool of SSRs. So, for me, dropping 400 or 500 stones is probably, for me, going to be about my limit throughout the entire life of this banner. So, not in one video, throughout the entire life of the banner. So that includes live streams, any kind of videos I make, collabs with other YouTubers, things like that. So I do want you to be aware of that. Before you go insane on this banner, do also bear in mind, your odds of pulling these guys later on is pretty damn good. So that needs to be addressed. But for me, and for what I think it's worth, this banner, your odds of pulling them is extremely slim. Remember, while they're a featured LR, that doesn't mean their rates are any better. Those of you guys that were here for Go Frieza, Go Bros, any one of those units, you watched me drop. Go Frieza, I dropped 1,500 stones. Go Bros, I dropped 1,500 stones. Vegeta, I've dropped almost 2,000 stones. Not pulled either one of them. You could be in that situation. Especially, listen up, if you're free to play, especially if you're free to play, you could get stuck there dropping every stone that you have saved for months in agony and still not get anything but one of these unfeatured cards. You'll get Super Vegito animation and come up with Int Hit. And then you'll be mad. I mean, it's just... that's going to happen with someone. Someone's going to get Super Vegito animation, someone's going to get excited, and someone that is going to get Int Hit and probably break their phone. Let's be real. So, be smart about how you spend your stones. While I do think Heroes is worth hitting, I also, like I said, be careful, because just like this banner, everything's going in featured when it's done. That's my 2 cents of the thing. The only other banner that I think people are absolutely right about saving their stones for is this banner. We don't know when this is happening. I'm going to wager, if they have a problem with the downloads, I haven't taken a look at how many downloads are in Dokkan right now, but if they have a problem, they need a 2-week segue, they can easily throw this banner at us at any given time. Here's the deal with this banner. This banner is 400 stones, period, end of discussion. Don't care what you do, don't blow more than 400 stones on this banner. Let me tell you why. Step 1's 20. Step 2 is 40. That's 60 stones. Step 3 is 40. That's 100 stones. 50, another 100. That's 200 for the first step. Unless they add a 3rd, 4th, and 5th step on here, which I don't think they're going to. Do it again. Drop your 400 stones. Save 400 stones, whatever you do. Save somehow. Save 400 stones for this. Just be aware, in all likelihood, this is probably either going to drop directly after Heroes, right before 300 mil, I would be shocked if this didn't drop before Kale and Caulifla. Because, or maybe at the same time and it's just not included. Only reason I say that is because I don't think they're going to put Kale and Caulifla on this banner. If they do, they're going to change this up, and that's going to be Kale and Caulifla, not Trunks. So, if I'm honest with myself, they might drop this at the same time as Heroes or something. It's a tough call to make. They may not. We just don't know. But you got to be smart. Don't blow more than 400 stones on this. And the reason I say that is because if you look at the featured list, the featured rate is still 5%. And there are 39 featured SSRs on this banner. And once again, you get that Super Vegito animation, you're going to pull AGL Rose, and you're going to be mad. If you drop your 400 stones, you get your 2 featured LRs, you walk the hell away. Okay? I'm warning you right now. You see this banner, you drop any more than 400 stones, you're not likely to get anything you like out of it. You could get LRs. You could also walk away with Bubkiss. So, smart. Use your brains when it comes to summoning on these banners. That's just what I want to talk about. I really think in my heart of hearts, and I feel like in my heart of hearts, this banner should not be skipped. I think this banner is going to pay out better than you realize. That's just going to be the video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow the Birdman. Hit me up on Booker. And definitely get the discussion going down below. I think it's absolutely worth talking about. Are you actually, maybe I changed your mind. Maybe you're actually hyped for this banner. Maybe I changed your mind. Maybe you're no longer hyped for this banner. Because like I said, these featured cards are going unfeatured. So do be aware of that. But for me and my money and my interest level in this, I think those two, Goku and Vegeta, I desperately want. So that's me. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow the Birdman. Hit me up a Booker. I'll lay your asses out with more Dokkan Battle next time.